What's up, everyone? It's the Burly Bantha, and I'm going to tell you guys a story about how I used to make music. First, let me take a hit of the pen. All right. So, just real quick, I want to let you guys know that I am now recording this in a different setup than I usually do. So my ceilings in my room they're pretty tall, so it leads to an echo. So me and Dez basically came up with a plan to get a blanket, and we basically have it like drooped from my chair to like my monitor, and I have it standing up real tall. So I kind of get this like a little recording booth, a little cozy room kind of thing. Because I don't even have a closet in my room. I was asked out of that one for the apartment. So my room does not have a lot of like small space to record stuff, and I just wanted to improve my quality. Like I already got the whole setup, pop filter, little wind filter for the Yeti itself. But you know what? I used to be a producer, so I know what it sounds like to have good fucking audio. Let's get to the story. So you know, I like went to middle school. I played the violin, learned all my stuff that way, right? And when you're playing the violin, it's more of a formal thing. So you learn your scales, you learn how to read, or how to sight read, all that stuff. So I did that, and I really liked it. I I was on my way to school in eighth grade, and I was getting a bacon, egg, and cheese. I'm from New York City, so I was getting a bacon, egg, and cheese on my way over, and I forgot my violin, and I never went back. Don't know why. Honestly, my parents never asked me any questions like, "Where's your violin?" So you know what? Fuck it. Someone got a free violin, and that's my part. I did my part for that. Um, but yeah, so we learned stuff like that, and then in high school, I picked up the guitar. There wasn't much because the high school I went to was mainly for like computer science, and at the time I was like the second graduating class, so they were getting new teachers and stuff as like it was needed. So my sophomore year, right, I pick up the guitar, whatever, doing my thing. I'm learning because I like to say I'm musically adept, so I can do stuff like that. And it comes my junior year, and I know my songs and my chords. Like I can jam. I could play a couple things. So I find out that there's a music teacher, and that music teacher that was just newly hired, he becomes my mentor. And we get to the point, junior year went. I did like, so I started in the spring, so I did the spring talent show, and I started off on drums and then made my way up to guitar, which was great because there's like a lot of stuff you gotta learn, and it's really good to be a drummer. Excuse me, I'm talking really fast. Let's slow this. So I'm getting out of breath.
Our forces have taken command post Auric. It's not their birthday.
All right,
Enough with giving them presents.
so we did a couple talent shows and stuff. And like the people I was with, those were just people that were interested in music. And if I was a junior, then only the seniors had it for a class, and the sophomores had it for a class. That's where they kind of switched everything up. So I was just doing my thing with them, playing the guitar, wrote a couple songs. Summer goes by, I'm still playing, and then it is now the fall semester, right? School's out, no, school's in. Summer just passed, and we all have like a music class. Now I knew the music teacher already at that point, so I was doing pretty well in the class, and he taught the class in like such a great way. We did a mix of classic folk songs, modern songs. It was really cool, but he would give extra credit if students in his class wanted to go and do the talent show. So obviously I was going to do that. Like it was going to be hard for me to fail that class to begin with. But I was doing, I'm going after school to like band rehearsal, just jamming and stuff. Right now, there's more kids that I went to high school with. There's more friends that play music because they're exposed to it in that class. So, I'm with like my band and this group of kids that like they were already in a friend group before music. Um, so like they're playing stuff together, and it was cool. It was interesting. I didn't know them that well at the time. They ended up becoming really good friends later. But I didn't know them at the time, so I really didn't care. And then one day, my music teacher's like, "Yo, I'm putting you guys together. You know, you guys can all switch up the lineup, and then just do a couple songs." So at that point, now I'm exposed, to these people that for the past, 3-4 years, however many years, 4 years. For the past 4 years, I've had some classes with these people. Didn't get to know them super well. I knew one of the guy's girlfriends, so with me and her, we were good friends. We went to Comic-Con a couple times. So like I knew of them. So we're just we're kicking around, and they're working on a game. Wrong year. They're working on a song by Green Day. It's called Burnout. It's their first song on their album Dookie, and they were like, "Oh, we need someone to sing." And I'm not much of a singer, but you know what? Fuck it, for the memes, let's go. Like, we'll do it. And I'm like, all right, I'll do it. So I'm rehearsing with them, and there's like this sick drum solo, right? And I'm not gonna lie, the people I was with in the former band, they were okay musicians. We weren't all in sync. So our boys just like right at the end of Burnout, there's those like 2 drum solos, and he's hitting them. He got him, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know music can kind of be that good. You know what I mean? Like, I'm used to fucking backbeats all the time. I didn't know people were, like actual people in the school could fucking get down on the kit. So after that, I joined their band. Safe to say. Also, became part of the friend group, and we all became friends. And they had that thing separately, but the cool thing about it is that they all were like, they all like had PCs and stuff, and I had a PC as well. So it got along really well. That's when I started to use Discord, and like we had a really good server. It's still there. I'm not as active on it anymore. But yeah, so we're just fucking rehearsing, and then we get to this point where like we gotta make songs because we were covering, like I was a big grunge guy. And I guess I took like leadership of the band, so we all came to a mutual agreement of the songs we would play, but usually that was influenced by me. I'll say, hey, let's try this out. And one song that we did really well was Creep by Radiohead. We used to rehearse to that song, like, we did so much to it. But, we're at this point where, like, we need some original material. So the first song I wrote was a song called PMSB. It's a punk song, and PMSB stands for Pull My Skin Back. Now, there was a guy, he was one of the other bassists in the band, because, we would, like, rotate instruments. But he mainly played bass. That was something that he would say. He would say, like, PMSB. So I'm just fucking around one day, and I'm playing, just playing some power chords. And in my head, I'm like, fuck you, fuck me, PMSB. Ah, that fucking rhymes, right? And we say it like it's established and it's set. Let's fucking do it. So, throughout the course of, like, a week, writing out the lyrics, have the music down, and we started to rehearse it. That was the first song we did. Now, I wasn't singing at that point because I'm not that much of a singer. I'll give you some background vocals, but I'm not going to take lead. So one of our other friends, that was his thing, that was his jam. So he took over. So we write PMSB, right? And the cool thing was all the students knew what it meant, but the teachers didn't. So to them it was just an acronym. But to us, it was fucking funny. Pull my skin back. Like, that's fucking high school humor right there. So we're performing the songs, and, people fucking love it. Like, I was in real main character mode at the time. And I'm like, all right, we got this. Fuck it, let's write another one. We're like a week away from the talent show. We have Everlong by the Foo Fighters down on the set. Well, what else was there? Fucking Creep, of course, because that was just like our thing. We probably had another song, but we had basically Everlong, Creep, PMSB, so that was our original. And one day I'm just listening to a lot of fucking Blink-182, and I'm like, yo, let me make a fucking pop punk song, right? So I'm not sure if I took the chord progression of the song, or if I just whipped up an original one, but same thing, power chords, right? And the song is about like getting over stuff and getting past things that you were dealing with, mainly with fucking like relationships and interpersonal stuff, because I was 17 and that's how I was, I guess. So the chorus to that song was, "I don't want to be your knight in shining armor," and then we have like a backing vocal, and it goes, "Sir Lancelot, I'm not." And it was sick, and like that really kind of changed it because PMSB itself was like a very gritty song. So knight in shining armor, or Sir Lancelot, I forgot what we called it, but that song offered a more, you know, like pop punk kind of thing, I guess. The lyrics weren't as like gruesome or grotesque. It was more pure in a way. So we got that down, and you know, we did it. We fucking ended the year in a bang. Oh, we did a lot of Nirvana songs because I'm a huge Nirvana fan. So we did a couple of those. About a Girl, because that was like the first song I ever learned, and it's just a good song to know in general. We did About a Girl, The Man Who Sold the World from their Unplugged album. Excellent. But yeah, so we knocked out like those 5 or 6 songs. That was it. If I'm not mistaken, what did we do after? You know, I think we just hung out upstairs. But yeah, like we did that, and as the year ended, because if we graduated in June, the talent show was probably like mid-May, and you know, we're just doing stuff, we're just practicing, just jamming and stuff, and you know, that's the story of my band, I guess. We lasted about 7 or 8 months. We had this one cool performance at, oh fuck, what was the name of that venue? The Bitter End. It's a place in the Lower East Side, and Kids Rock for Kids, Kids Rock, something like that. Basically, they provide instruments to schools, so we got like a bunch of Ibanez's and Strats and stuff. They donated that, and they have this thing where, like, you know, you submit what your students did, and it was throughout all the years. So you submit what your students did, and you get a chance to perform at this really cool venue. So, excuse me, we did that, and yeah, that was our last official performance. It was at the Bitter End, which is it's ironic when you think of it now. You know, we've rehearsed, like, you know, after that in the summer, I think we did like one rehearsal session, and then after that, we did one, like, I was in Buffalo, I was in college, so it was whenever I came back down. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's been about 2 years since I last rehearsed with people. You know, we all stay in touch. I think some of them went to do music in college. But yeah, that's my story of the band, man. It was great. It definitely influenced me, and it pushed me to like make more music at the time. I don't do it as much anymore. I could talk more about like the rapping stuff in another future video. But you know, I'll grab my guitar every once in a while. I have a 99 made in Mexico Sunburst Stratocaster, and I play it every once in a while. You know, I learned all like the decent scales that you would use. So you know, I'll put on like a jam track, put on some blues, some soul, some Latin jazz, and you know, I'll just jam out, take a couple hits. There you go, man. That's your night. You're just jamming for a little bit, thinking about the good times of music back then. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. Hope you guys really, you know, enjoyed the video, and if you made it here, you might as well just subscribe and slap a like on this video. It helps me out, and you know what? You guys can tell me what you guys want to hear about in the future. I got plenty of stories to tell, and as long as there's an audience, fuck it, even if there isn't an audience, I'll always be there to tell them. So you guys have a great day, and I'll fucking see you guys next time.